Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with another subscriber requested video. So I was recently asked to talk about aquatic perfumes. Aquatic admittedly are not my favorite types of fragrances. I don't wear them very often, and I don't have a ton of them in my collection, but the ones that I do have in my collection I absolutely love, and I'm gonna jump right in. So the first one, this is a new one to my collection. My beautiful friend Velvet sent this over to me, and I fell in love with this one immediately. This is a fragrance from Salvador Dali, and this is called Dalistyle. I keep these in their boxes because they're with the notes that she wrote about each one. I keep them because they're so special to me. I am obsessed with Salvador Dali fragrances. I think the bottles are fantastic, and this one is no different. And this is the most beautiful, oh my gosh, fresh, clean, crisp, aquatic floral. It is fantastic. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of aquatic fragrances, but this one has the most beautiful cleanliness to it. It's perfect. I love it. It's a little bit like 2000s smelling. It's clean, it's warm, it's crisp, and it's not too aquatic. It's a perfect, like, aquatic and really, really fresh, almost dry smelling floral. It's phenomenal. I love it. I haven't worn this one yet because it got cold before I could wear this one, but I cannot wait until it starts to warm up again, and then I'll pull this one out and give it a really good, and give it some love. But I love it, and I adore the bottle. So anyways, that is the first one. That is Salvador Dali, Dalistyle. Okay, this next one, this is more of like a fresh floral, but I have always considered this fragrance to be an aquatic. It smells aquatic to me. This is Calvin Klein Escape. And actually, the Salvador Dali smells like a kind of like a lighter, more modern version of Escape to me. This smells like a heavy aquatic floral. I don't know if this would even be considered an aquatic or if it's more considered just a floral, but this smells aquatic to me. And I've always considered it like a heavy aquatic floral. I love this one. This is sweet. This thing is a monster. It lasts forever. I just wore this one not too long ago, and I was like in heaven the whole time. It's such an incredible perfume, and it's perfect in the heat. You could wear this one all year, but I love this one in the heat. It's gorgeous. It's such a beautiful, sweet, fresh, warm, aquatic floral. So that is Calvin Klein Escape. This next one, this is my favorite. This is a flanker, but this is my favorite fragrance from this line. This is from Giorgio Armani, and this is Acqua di Gioia Essenza. This is like mint and sugar and lemon, and this is another one that I don't know if this would be considered a true aquatic, but this is a fragrance in my collection that I consider to be an aquatic because it's, I don't know, it's just got that kind of aquatic smell to it. And it performs kind of like an aquatic fragrance, and it's, I don't know, to me this is an aquatic scent, and I love this fragrance. This is my favorite from this line. You definitely get the Acqua di Gioia DNA in this one, but there's something about this one that is, I think Acqua di Gioia has mint in it as well, but there's something about this one that this one is sweeter and a little less fresh, a little less aquatic smelling than Acqua di Gioia. I love this. It's beautiful. I get compliments on this every time I wear it. It's a people pleaser, great in hot weather, and yeah, this will be a good video for my Australians out there who are we're going into winter, but they're going into summer. So I always think about like, well, I don't want to do videos that are off season, but we're not all in the same, we're not all in the same season. So I do have people watching that maybe this video will be helpful, even if it is, going into the cold season for us. But anyways, yeah, that is Acqua di Gioia Essenza. Sadly, this one's been discontinued. It's kind of difficult to find, but if you can find it, oh my gosh, I can't recommend it enough. It is the best version of Acqua di Gioia. in my opinion. So anyways, that is Acqua di Gioia Essenza from Giorgio Armani. Next, we have another fragrance that beautiful Velvet sent me. This is a fragrance from MAC, and this is called Aquatic. Somebody else sent me a decant of this a long time ago, and I fell in love with it. And it's been on my list forever, but for whatever reason, I've just never picked it up. So I'm super excited to have this in my collection. This is a beautiful, fresh, kind of slightly green smelling Aquatic. This one isn't, this one's really light and fresh and airy. And like I said, it kind of has a greenness to it. This is not sweet at all. Everything else I've talked about so far has a sweetness to it. This is not sweet. This is just really clean and fresh smelling. This might be one of my favorite Aquatic scents because it's not overly aquatic smelling. It's just really beautiful. It's very fresh and crisp and clean smelling. Just, it's gorgeous. I've had so many people tell me this is like an old signature of theirs. They went through bottles of this. They loved it. I can see why, especially back in the 2000s when aquatics were really, you know, hot. So anyways, that is MAC Aquatic. I am so excited to have that one in my collection. I love it. I can't wait for warmer weather to pull this one out and give it some love. Okay, the next two, these are old signatures of mine, and when I say old, I'm talking from like high school, so we're talking 25 years ago or something now. The first one I have is Ralph Lauren Polo Sport for women. This is an old vintage bottle. This one, all the top notes are gone with this. You can spray it on, and once it gets to the dry down, it smells, you know, normal like Polo Sport, but the top notes are completely gone. I absolutely loved this fragrance. This and the other one we're gonna talk about, these are the first aquatics in my life, and I absolutely adored them. There was another one that was like an 80s, 90s perfume. I think it was just called Ocean, or I can't even remember. I'll see if I can find a picture of it and pop it up on the screen for you. My fellow Gen Xers will know what I'm talking about, but it was like the original aquatic scent, and it really did smell like the ocean. It was crazy. But anyways, yeah, this I fell in love with aquatic scents when I was in high school, and this was a signature. I went through bottles of this because I literally wore it every single day, carried it in my bag, reapplied it like 3 times a day. I absolutely, even though it was a total beast and really didn't need to be reapplied, I absolutely loved this scent. It's a beautiful, sweet, fresh, very like aquatic type scent. So that is Ralph Lauren Polo Sport for women. And then I also wore this one here. This is Cool Water for women, and I still love this fragrance. This is like a really beautiful, sweet, fresh, floral aquatic scent. This one has a really beautiful sharpness to it, like a true aquatic sharpness to it. But it's got some flowers in it that bring like a femininity into it. So it doesn't lean masculine. It's sweet and feminine, but still very, very much an aquatic. I love this. This might be my favorite aquatic perfume ever. It's, like I said, an old signature of mine. This is another one that I went through bottles and bottles of. I absolutely loved it. I still love it. I still think it's incredible. I still think it stands up even today. And I would love to smell this on people. I don't smell it on anybody anymore. But if I did, I would think that they smelled incredible. I love it. I just think it's beautiful. One of the best aquatics on the market, in my opinion. So that is Davidoff Cool Water for women. Next, I have a beautiful Untamed fragrance. This is I think this is the newest fragrance that she has come out with. I think she's coming out with some new ones, or with a new release soon. But this is Untamed Salish Sea. And this, oh my gosh, this fragrance is gorgeous. This is another one that, oh my gosh, I can't even. This is what I would consider like a niche aquatic, and it's not like a traditional aquatic smelling fragrance. This has got a sweetness and an earthiness to it, a freshness. I don't know. I don't even know if I would. It's called Salish Sea. And it is kind of an aquatic, but it's like a modern aquatic. This is what I would want aquatics nowadays to smell like. There's nothing dated smelling about this at all. This is very expensive smelling, very niche smelling. It's got a mintiness to it. I think there might be a little bit of mint in this. Ugh, like a beautiful, clean, minty, earthy, sweet, warm, aquatic type fragrance. It's fantastic. She has travel sprays now too. So, and this one, now that this is like fully macerated and it's sat for 6 months or so, this thing is phenomenal. And this isn't what I would consider just like a cold weather fragrance. I think this would be, or sorry, a warm weather fragrance. I think this would be phenomenal in the cold weather even. This can be worn any time of year. It's got a beautiful warmth to it though that I think would just be phenomenal in cold weather. In fact, I'll leave this one out and I'll wear it and I'll let you guys know how it is in cold weather because I just think it's stunning. So anyways, that is Untamed Salish Sea. Next I have Kenzo Parfum. This is a Luxador oil and this is an aquatic fragrance to me. This is another like fresh, floral, aquatic, like 2000s. Fresh, sweet, 2000s smelling like aquatic floral. Really, really beautiful. I love this one. I can't believe I forgot Issey Miyake. Holy cow. Let's just stop and talk about Issey Miyake. L'Eau d'Issey, just the original. That is another like original aquatic floral fragrance. I'll pop a picture up here. I have a bottle of it, but I'll just pop a picture up since I forgot to pull it, which happens every time I pull perfumes. L'Eau d'Issey is fantastic. It's fresh, crisp, sweet. It's a fresh, crisp, sweet aquatic floral. It's gorgeous. It lasts absolutely forever on the skin. It's an OG, like from the 90s, like an OG aquatic floral. It's another one that I loved in the 90s, but back then it was way too expensive. Like I could handle Polo Sport was expensive, but it wasn't as expensive as Issey. Polo Sport and Cool Water were more like in my price range back then, so I could afford those. But if I could have afforded to wear Issey, I would have because it's stunning. It's a beautiful OG aquatic floral. Okay, next I've got a couple of, I've got a Cocoa Pink fragrance. This is Cocoa Pink Seaside Picnic. And this is kind of like a, this one's interesting because this is kind of, yeah, it's like it's an aquatic fragrance. It's a sweet aquatic fragrance, but it's got a little bit of a gourmand aspect to it. So it's kind of like M by Mariah Carey, which I consider that more of like, I don't know, I don't consider that an aquatic, even though it's got C notes in it, I don't consider it an aquatic fragrance. This one definitely is more of like an aquatic with a sweet gourmand edge to it. It's kind of a funny little fragrance, but if you love aquatics and you're looking for something a little bit different that doesn't smell like your, you know, a traditional aquatic, I think you would really like this one. So that one is from Cocoa Pink and that is called Seaside Picnic. And then last but not least, I've got another Salvador Dali fragrance. And this is another one that kind of rides the line. Is it an aquatic? Isn't it? This is Salvador Dali Laguna. And I do consider this an aquatic. This is such an incredibly underrated little gem of a fragrance. This is a sweet, fresh, kind of creamy aquatic. It's another one that is not a traditional smelling aquatic at all. It's very unique, it's very different, but I do think it's an aquatic. This has got a lot of citrus in it. It's a really citrus, kind of like citrus heavy, kind of slightly salty aquatic smelling fragrance, but it's got a creaminess in the base. So it's really, it's very unique. It's really beautiful. It's kind of like the Seaside Picnic in its uniqueness. It's like a fresh, citrusy, salty aquatic with a bit of creaminess. It's phenomenal. I mean, for the price of these fragrances, you cannot beat them. They're so incredibly affordable and they're such just little unique gems. I don't know why I don't hear more people talking about Salvador Dali fragrances, because they're incredible. Eau de Ruby Lips is another one that is just phenomenal. It is such a good fragrance. But anyways, yeah, Laguna, this is an amazing, like really, really unique, affordable aquatic fragrance. So anyways, guys, those are all of the aquatic, well, probably not all. I'm sure, obviously I forgot L'Eau d'Izzy. I'm sure I have a few more here and there that I have left out, but those are the majority of my aquatic fragrances. I do hope that you enjoyed this and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.